everyone, it's your girl JQ, and I am here at Dreams Never Die Recording Studios in Raleigh, North Carolina. As you guys already know, I travel from state to state looking for the hottest local upcoming stars. So joining me today, I have Kizzy Krew, one of the most talked about artists in the
run this town together. If you crew say we crewing, then we down forever. But don't you ever switch up if we get round some cheddar. That's
KLMG. What's up?
Okay, what's up?
What's up?
Now, since the last interview, you've done a lot of things. To major interviews, to let's see, the mixtape, Misunderstood 2, and this new movement that we're about to talk about. But first, I want to get into the mixtape. Okay. So what inspired you to come out with Misunderstood 2?
Well, I did MHS, and I just felt like what that whole mixtape was about was just where I was in my life. That's why the mixtape is called MHS, Making Her Story. I just feel like Making Her Story is just pretty much talking about me and my life. Like, this is my story as I go. So now I'm on MHS 2. This is the next chapter 2 of my life. I feel like I'm misunderstood, so that's why I named it that.
Now, speaking of Making Her Story, what do you think is going to do better than Misunderstood 2, or you think it's going to be on the same level as far as like the outcomes of, you know, promoting and everything like that?
I think it's going to be a lot better. I was supposed to put the tape out on Halloween, but instead I just put out a single that I wanted to have for the tape because I just feel like I want the tape to be just bigger than it was last time. So I just need to put a little bit more effort into making sure everything go right with it. Yeah.
Now I see that you have Bobby Drake, DJ Bobby Drake from Misunderstood. How did you get up with him?
Well, I met him like 2 years ago at a showcase, and he was the DJ. And he just told me he rocked with me from there, and so I just hit him up. I let him know I was doing a mixtape. I asked him could he DJ, and he said he rocked with me definitely. So we just went from there.
Now your album cover, which should be showing right now, is dope. How did you come up with that concept, and who did that for you?
A guy from Europe did it. Well, I just met him on Twitter. I just hit him up, asked him. He said he did graphics. I hit him up, and he just sent it back to me, and I just thought it was dope, and that's the one we write. I may have a different one by the time the mixtape actually come out, though.
So what do you want people to get out of this new mixtape?
I just want them to know where I'm at in my life and why I feel like I'm misunderstood. So I'm just going to talk about everything that I've been going through and everything that's on my mind, and it's just going to give them a clear understanding of more so who Kizzy Krew is. I feel like the last mixtape was just, you know, just me rapping, but this time I want to talk about my life.
And do you have any collaborations on Misunderstood 2?
Well, I can't say all of them right now because I'm not completely sealed deal with all of them, but I'm definitely going to have Wise on there because he a part of my team, and probably some other people from around here, but I just have to keep reaching out. I have to keep recording. Okay,
and how many tracks do you have on this mixtape?
I'm not sure yet, but probably like 13, 14.
So it's not finalized?
It's not finalized. I'm still working on it.
Okay.
It's done, but I want to add a couple more songs, and I want to get a couple more features.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that's gonna...
Yeah, I definitely think that'll enhance it from last time. Last time was just me and some of my, homeboys. This time I want to make it a little more official and have some industry names on it.
What was some of the feedback that you were getting from your fans after they had listened to Making Her Story? And how did you take that criticism and apply it to Misunderstood 2?
I mean, a lot of people told me they liked it, but at the end of the day, some people told me I could have came harder and I could have did better. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. That's the plan. And I feel like the only way to come harder or be better is to talk about real shit, talk about my life. So, yeah.
So you said there are about 13 or 14 tracks on Misunderstood 2.
13 or 14.
Okay, so how many of those, which out of those 13 or 14 tracks, which ones are your favorite and why?
Right now, my favorite would be All Day. And I think just because when I hear it, it just sounds like an anthem to me. And that's the type of music I like, just period. That's what I like listening to, like anthem music. So I feel like All Day is definitely like an anthem song. So that's one of my favorite songs. Then I got Bugatti, which
is one of my favorites.
Which a lot of people heard. And that's one of my favorite songs too. But I like All Day a little more. And then I like also, I'm sorry, I like a lot of them. So we can go on and on and on. But I like the whole tape so far.
Well, we're going to listen to a couple of, of them so the fans can get a little sneak peek of what Misunderstood 2 is all about.
And I'm moving crack, all up in your feelings. Guess your feelings ain't intact. Lost some homies to the pen, neither they got clapped. So my homies got the papers, now my homies strapped. Run up on us talking crazy, make you run a lap. They calling me cocky, but they cannot stop me, so tell them to watch me. I got paparazzi whenever I'm out with my posse in Raleigh. I just said they county, I think I woke up in a brand new Bugatti. And then I hit Poppy and next one to spot me, he told me in my life, let's go on a tour. Lost my father last year, my mama when I was 4. Said I wouldn't rap about it, can't take it no more. It's me against the world, like my last name was Shakur. Today is my day, yesterday was your day. Don't call me when you be all on that Bombay. Okay, now you wish food and you're on my entree. Shout out Jay, shout out T, shout out Doris.
So we just listened to 4 of your tracks. On Me, All Day, Bugatti, and
Why Do I?
And Why Do I? Now before you get into explaining about each one of those 4, Bugatti was produced by Lexi B.
Lexi Banks.
How did you get linked up with her, and has she done any of your music in the past?
She did about 4 songs off my last mixtape. And I don't know her I don't know her personally, but like I said, with the cover of my mixtape, I met her, I just heard some beats of hers like over the internet, Twitter. So I contacted her and she sent me beats. And she sent me some dope beats. So when I went to go do this mixtape, I just hit her up again because the other beat she sent me was stupid. So these was dumb too. So she did Bugatti, one of your favorite songs.
I love that. That beat is like sick.
So pretty much Lexi Banks, she did I'm Me and she did Bugatti.
Okay.
You could probably hear it in the tracks a little bit. Bugatti, I mean, it's called I'm Trying to Get a Bugatti. I did a Versace freestyle, but I never used the verse.
I heard that one.
I never used the verse though, and I had a part in there where I say, trying to get a Bugatti. And everybody just kept singing it, so I wanted to make it into a song. And when I was actually making a song, that's real life. Like, I'm really trying to get a Bugatti, so I just felt like it was perfect for everybody to hear it first. What else did we play? I'm Me. That's by Lexi Banks too.
Okay.
I like Pac, so when I heard his sample, I automatically wanted to do that beat, and the first thing that popped into my head was I'm Me. So, and I mean, that was perfect too. It's Misunderstood, so I just was explaining myself, explaining some parts of my life and stuff like that throughout the song. I mean, the beat hot, I feel like the hook hot, I feel like it's a dope record. So it's gonna be the probably the intro for MHS 2.
Okay. What is the process of choosing a song off of mixtapes, I guess, to release first or to submit to radio stations? Like, who plays a part in all that? Is it just you, or do you have your team like, yo, KizzyKrew, this one should be the first single off?
Well, I had a listening session. You was there?
Yeah, I was there. Yeah.
I had it. It was like a kickback type of joint, and a whole lot of people like Bugatti.
Right.
And they were just telling me a lot of songs they like, but a lot of people really like Bugatti. So I'm like, okay, cool. We gonna put this one out first.
And I see that you have a cover for that single Bugatti. Who did that for you?
CJ Parker. I'm trying to think of his Twitter name, but Chico, CJ Parker, he young, he like in high school, but he did a great job.
Chico.
Yeah, shout out to Chico.
Okay.
He did a good job.
All right, so is that all you want to talk about
For
the
Me,
mixtape before we get into your new movement, KLMG?
Well, first let's finish talking about the last 2 songs, Why Do I and All Day. No.
When you had stopped.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
We were done
I
with
thought
that.
I didn't know where my segue was supposed to be, but Why Do I? That's one of your favorite songs too. That's one of my favorite songs too because it's just personal. And one night I came to the studio about 2 years ago with Chubb, maybe like 2 years ago. Me and Chubb was in here and he played that beat and I was here by myself. Like I think my friend had just left, I was just in there by myself. And I don't know what I was going through at the time, but I mean, that's just what came out. And then T Graham, he's featured on the song. He sung on it and there's a Chubb produced beat. And yeah, it's one of my favorite songs.
And how many beats did Chuck produce on your mixtape?
Majority of them.
Majority of them? Okay.
He do all my beats, so he did majority of it. And then Lexi B got one, and then it's this other kid named Wild Child who may have one on there too. But majority Chubb. Basically everything is produced by him.
That's awesome.
Next song we played was All Day. I was telling you earlier, like my favorite songs are like chants and like anthems. I feel like All Day, if you listen to it, it's like an anthem. It's like all day, like all day is like a chant. So at the end of the day, I just felt like after Bugatti, I might put out a video for another song, but that'll be my next single, definitely.
Speaking of videos, have you started thinking about what's going to be the video for Bugatti yet? Are you going to have like a real Bugatti in the video?
See, I actually shot a video for Bugatti, but I don't think that I'm going to use it because I just feel like I need to hold out. So I'm going to do another video first, and then I'm gonna be on that mission to get in the Bugatti. So
the first one you made, you haven't promoted that or put that.
I haven't even put it out yet.
Okay.
We probably shoot a new video like this weekend. Okay. For like another song off the tape that nobody even heard besides like a couple of people.
Okay.
Just for promotion and stuff like that.
All right, so that was Misunderstood too. So now let's get into this new movement that you about to start. Yeah. KLMG.
Go ahead and freestyle for him.
Young Wise.
Wise.
KLMG.
KLMG.
Right.
First thing. Alright, and it's Krew to the death of me. I play my heart out. Kizzy Krew be the referee.
Right.
Calling shots for people flexing. Please, if you second guessing, there's no guessing if you next to me. Can I sing for the ladies that's out here working hard and they not thinking about no babies? If you feel that you, then can you sing for me? Maybe. Nike Jordan on the kicks. Just read about the 80s.
Right.
Killing on these people, boy. I'm the feeling on their feelings counting. Not chasing millions, boy. The cash cow is what we milking, boy. Make Batman villains drop a million chilling on the ceiling, boy.
Whole new scene.
Blowing a tree in a broken leaf, hoping that one day that all these labels can notice me. And when I spit, yeah, I spitting so potently. Animated Pokemon, homie, no Toka Pre, just know it's me. Yo, why? That's it. I want to keep my stuff on the down low. December the 8th. Mixtape.
Jupiter.
KLMG.
So let's talk about this new movement, KLMG. Wise just came in and introduced himself, spill a few bars. So what's going on with KLMG?
Well, right now we just starting, and I just had an idea because at the end of the day I just look at a lot of other people in the game and what they do, and I know like Nipsey Hussle, he just put out a mixtape for $100, and I just feel like at the end of the day when it is my time to be in the game, I want to definitely just be on my like own type shit, and you know what I mean, I feel like if I do get there it'll be because of hard work, so I want to have my own thing going on when it's time for me to get there. And you know, so I started KLMG and I'm linked up with Wise, and he came in the studio one day, and he just he just made me, you know what I'm saying, go harder, and I like people like that around me. If somebody can make me write a better verse, you know what I'm saying, so he gonna put out a mixtape, I'm gonna put out a mixtape, and we gonna do it under KLMG.
For those of you who didn't hear earlier, when is this mixtape dropping?
December 8th. It's called Jupiter.
Jupiter. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just you and Wise for right now for KLMG.
Right.
So what does it take to be part of this movement?
I mean,
like if I wanted to be part of the KLMG, what would I have to do?
You would have to have a specialty that you're good at. Either you can do music,
I can dance,
you can network, you gotta just be able to do something and just be trying to, you know, reach your goals and whatever you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying?
So basically
pertaining
anybody
to
that's on their grind trying to get to the top.
And that's serious about what they trying to do, then you could be KLMG, because I've been rapping for about, I've been rapping forever, but I've been putting out mixtapes for about 3 years, and I have 3. So that's, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna put out a mixtape every year if I can. So if I could find somebody who on the same type time and they trying to do the same, you know what I'm saying, things that I'm trying to do, then we can work together and we can, you know what I'm saying, do stuff together.
So how is this different from the Kizzy Krew? Like, are you still gonna keep that? I mean, I know you're gonna keep your stage name.
Yeah, well, KLMG is just like pretty much, it's gonna be like a company type thing. We're just gonna form it into like a company type thing. We're gonna have artists. It's gonna be people who shoot videos. It's gonna be somebody who record. It's gonna, you know what I'm saying? So it's just gonna be a collective group of people. Kizzy Krew, that's still me. Like, it's still my rap name. It's still, you know what I'm saying? That's just me. That's gonna be me regardless.
Will you guys have any promotional items like T-shirts like you had for Kizzy Krew,
Right,
hats?
right. That's definitely all in the works. So when my mixtape and everything is about to start dropping, I'll start putting out everything that's gonna come along with it.
Okay. What are some of your goals that you want to accomplish for 2014? Because I feel like this is about to be a big year for Kizzy Krew.
Honestly, I just want people to hear me. That's honestly it. And I feel like if they hear me, then I don't gotta worry about nothing else, because all I gotta do is hear it. So that's my goal for 2014, is be heard. And I feel like people hear me, but I really need them to hear it. And I feel like if the world hear it, then KLMG is gonna definitely be a part of the game soon.
Besides the Misunderstood 2 mixtape and this new movement that you have going on, what other things do you have stored in the future? Like what's next for Kizzy Krew?
Honestly, I just talked to some guy named Mikey today. I talked to some guy named Jones today. They all do music. And what I really want to do is like, you know, I'm going to do my music regardless, but I just feel like if I can get some of my peers who I feel like are just as good as me and can be doing the same thing, to just put a little bit more effort into music, and if we can just build a whole campaign going. That's what I want the big picture to be. But if it can't, then I'm going to still do me. It's going to still be KLMG, and I just want to do big things. If I can have everybody collectively doing it, that would be what I really want. But if they, you know what I'm saying, I'm just going, my goal is to do it big, so I just want everybody to do that.
Doing it big in 2014.
Right.
Have you had any record labels contacting you or anything like that?
I had a couple of people talking to me, management, someone with a label as well, but I want to just get my stuff going first. I want to make sure, and I want to make sure I know what I'm getting myself into. I want to have the knowledge of the game before I actually try to get in the game.
Right.
I can't just jump with somebody and I don't know what I'm jumping into. So at the end of the day, I want to get the knowledge of the game first, and then I'll be ready to make some other type of moves, but I gotta know what I'm getting myself into first. So that's why I'm just, you know, just the tape didn't come out yet, but I'm not putting it out to a big audience. So I just feel like everybody just be patient with me. I'll put out some singles and just rock with me. And when I'm ready to drop the tape, just know we're gonna do it in a good way, and it's gonna be some good material.
Okay, so you guys make sure you stay tuned, because Kizzy Krew has a lot of stuff coming at you in 2014. So before we go, would you like to give out any shout outs?
Yes. Shout out to Chubb, shout out to Dreams Never Die, obviously KLMG, Wise, Jazzy, Mikey, Nick News, Pavic Nation, you, Q. You know, you did a lot of interviews with artists around here, and before you start doing that, a lot of artists didn't do interviews because there's nobody who can get that outlet. So at the end of the day, shout out to you, because you just add another part to what Raleigh should be trying to do, and that's build the, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, shout out to you. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Way Banner. Shout out to Head Graphic. Just everybody just in Raleigh that's doing something positive and trying to make things happen.
And where can people find you on your social media websites? Twitter, Instagram, Facebook?
Twitter, my Twitter is at KizzyKrew, KizzyKrew, and then we just started a crew page called Crew_Life_MG on Twitter. You can follow that one too. Instagram, Kizzy Krew. You can just honestly Google Kizzy Krew and everything will just pop up. I mean, I'm about to start a website that's gonna have some T-shirts and stuff on it, everything like that.
I still need to get a T-shirt.
Oh yeah, I got you. See, what happened was with the crew stuff, it just was like we just got a couple of things. Like I said, I was in the learning process, so now I know. Get a bulk of things, you can sell them and make some money off of it this time. So at the end of the day, we're gonna definitely have more stuff and everything prepared for this time around. Okay. And shout out to, I forget, you got your hair done by her too.
Yes, Sadiddy.
Yeah.
Sadiddy. You guys need to check her out. She is my hairstylist.
Mine too.
So is there anything else you wanna say before we close?
KLMG. On Q with JQ, big things, 2014. Shout out to everybody.
Well, you heard it here first on the On Cue with JQ talk show. Kizzy Krew gave us some insight on what she has going on now and what she has planned for the future. If you're a photographer, dancer, entrepreneur, hip-hop artist, rapper, whatever you're trying to do and you're grinding just like us and you need that exposure, contact me on my website, and that is www.oncuewithjq.weebly.com. Make sure, please, I cannot stress this enough. If you contact me, make sure you have content. No BS, please, because I won't contact you back. As always, stay true to yourself. It's JQ, and I'm out.